Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Geraldine Smith. I am here to represent a public health advo- advocacy group as they begin a campaign to get legislation related to sexual transmitted disease passed here in Crown Point, New Mexico. With the 5,000 population of Crown Point, being that it is a rural community, I believe we can make an impact to a healthy lifestyle here. Well, I'm going to be looking at my notes while I give you guys this presentation and brief description of why I'm here and why I was chosen to represent this group. Well, first let's start off with the topic that I'm bringing in today about is sexual transmitted disease, also known as a sexual transmitted infection. It's never a good thing, so it is an infectious disease that is contracted through sex. Sexual transmitted disease is very common. Big problems, you just never know who is infected. To avoid it, sex, use of protection, and know who your partner as much as possible. Those who are engaging in sexual activity need to be informed to use condoms. Condoms are the best form of protection. Sexual transmitted disease is epidemic and it's doing nothing but worsening. To continue to rise, that's what it's doing. Sex education may be hindered if we were to bring safer choices. It's a program, and I really think that we could also use it here at Crown Point High School. This is a 2-year multi-component prevention program regarding STI, STD, HIV, pregnancy. This is the program that I want to share with you. We all have a goal with this program. And our goal is to aim for this is increasing the knowledge about HIV, STI, and all those sexual transmitted diseases and infections. Promoting more positive attitudes about choosing not to have sex and use condoms if having sex. We would promote more positive peer norms regarding not having sex and using condoms if having sex. We want to increase, with this program, we want to increase the belief in their ability, like their self-efficiency, to refuse sex or unprotected sex. We want them to use a condom. We want them to communicate about a safer sexual practices. We want to decrease perceived barriers to condom uses. We want to align these students' perception of the risk of STI and other STDs based on their risk behaviors. Increasing communication with the parents too are very important. This will give them the ability to communicate about sex. And I really think that this could also be a good thing, of course. This is where we need the power of advocacy to help us make this decision and look at the expertise in this program that will help this royal community. We want to take action. And what I mean by that is we want to help them with this health issue here. Questions that I can go about with this is we can first start off with, who does this health issue affect? This health issue affects everyone around you. Adolescents, young adults, parents, and your loved ones. There's chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis rates per 100,000 among adolescents and young adults in 2010 that were at the highest among persons ages from 20 to 24 in the years of comparison with other adults and young adult age groups. I really highly think that if we were to bring this to this community, we could actually decrease that. The impact of sexual transmitted infection can be the issue on this community by being harmful in many ways. Their health resulting to reproductive health problems, facilitation of sexual transmissions of HIV, STI infections, cancer, fetal and peritoneal health problems. This could also be mortality with newborns while being pregnant as well. So yeah. As I mentioned, sexual transmitted disease is unprecedented, and these basics of sexual transmitted disease so that these teens and young adults don't have to become the victim of one. Health education programs. Our program is to prevent teenage pregnancy as well, to reduce the frequency, of course, to sexual transmitted diseases and infections, of course. Education programs may result with respecting their efficiency, and those who participate in our program will definitely have a healthier behavior. For that example, condom use. Those who are going to be affected by this policy, of course, the school environment, staff members, peer groups, parents, students, and the greater community. This policy can address STI, sexual transmitted infection, for those who test positive. Well, they can get treated and counseled, of course. And those who are tested negative may or may not receive the additional counseling intervention. But I would highly recommend that this is a good thing, but counseling and intervention, just preparing them, would be a good thing to keep that choice of waiting for sex until married. This may reduce the number of vaginal and oral sex partners and the probability of unprotected sex. It reduces the sexual behavior in youth who test positive for sexual transmitted infections, and nevertheless at risking for acquiring an sexual transmitted infection. We all have a goal here, and our goal is to promote healthy sexual behavior, strengthen this community here at Crown Point, New Mexico's capacity, and increase the access of quality services to prevent sexually transmitted diseases and infections, and their complication along with this burden it may be. Okay, so we've come to evaluate. The next topic I want to talk about is evaluating the impacts of this proposed policy. You guys, now I know that the beginning of this program, during the operation of this program, we need to look at the resources that are going to be used in our program and their costs compared to outcomes. Well, of course, we all want a budget, and I have implemented one by going off of our teachers, our students, pamphlets, workbooks, and what all enhanced sets that may cost, along with implementation of the complete school-wide program that involves selecting a site coordinator, establishing a school health promotion council, implementing both levels of curriculum, providing staff development, establishing a peer team to conduct school-wide activities, promoting family involvement and parent education, and creating school community linkages. What I mean by that is I passed you guys all out the how I calculated the budget for Safer Choices program. We calculate the product costs by the number of teachers, the average of students, and also known as the year. The total of the years of the teachers that we're going to be doing this program, which I put for 2 years this year. Today, we go off also by teaching from level 1, 2, and 3. But like I said, we can, those that want, if we go with this, they can contact us to discuss other scenarios with the package options. But right there, the handout that I gave you is all about the basic sets. The first one is all including the base teacher sets, the added pamphlets, the workbooks, the shipping and the handling, and then we also have the next row, our option B, the one enhanced settle with the all sets basics. It means it just kind of adds up more of the sets that we have. That one, as you can see, it goes off of by $35,199. The last one that we have is our all enhanced sets. Now this one I would highly recommend because, as you can see, it's included with our program of teaching. Some students might not like reading and sometimes, since that we're here, I really think that verbal education and in-class education would actually be the best idea. Now we have to look at the risk of enacting this policy and not enacting this policy. The risk of enacting this policy is integrate, emphasis, and decrease sexually transmitted disease. And the risk of not enacting safer choices will clearly be the opposite, of course. How will the lives of the people that are infected by this health issue change if the policy is enacted? Well, the lives of those people who are infected by this sexual transmitted disease will need to understand that they will need to tell their sex partners, their family, their friends, people who they work with, and people who they live with. I've been doing this for so long. Majority of these people who find out that they're positive, many people think that their sex lives are going to turn upside down and even top completely. But that doesn't have to happen. But knowing that, it's just knowing that dealing with the fact they got the viral whenever they were in a sexual situation. One thing many people who are positive say that the more comfortable they are with being positive, the less they worry about what other people think of them and about being turned down sexually. The overview of this program is I am giving you guys a future component of teenagers, parents, teachers, spouses, individuals about the knowledge, communicating, reducing, and perceiving about sexual transmitted infections. The most important message you need to hear is everyone must and should be aware that they are out there. And I'm not kidding. We need to be more aware that they are dangerous and aware that they need to be treated. Overall, prevent mortality for pregnancy for themselves and their future health conditions. You must know that this is regarding the community's health. This is regarding treating and preventing more and more. We are coming together to develop and unite for our future of our kids and their kids and kids yet to be born healthy. So the information of preventing and avoiding sexual transmitted disease is by influencing the best. And the easiest way of not ever getting sexual transmitted infection is our program, Safer Choices. Safer Choices is pretty much top of the line. And I really think that we can all come together, and I really do hope that you guys help us with our funding. It would mean a lot for us. And if you guys have any questions about anything, I'm all ears, and I can answer all of your questions. I can guarantee that. So, yeah, I guess that will be it. Thank you.